FX Nation, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And in this video guys, we're going to take a look at some of the cryptocurrencies, and we're basically trying to see, is the bull run over, or is this just a retracement still? What's going on with the actual price action of Bitcoin and also other altcoins as well? So without further ado guys, let's get this started. All right, guys. So let's start out here with Bitcoin, right? So as we can see, we've been. Let me get rid of everything here so we can start fresh. We're on the daily. All right, we want to look at the higher time frame so we can really see what's actually going on. All right. Sometimes in the lower time frame, it could be very misleading. All right. So what we want to do is let's just go back up to the top. Let's take a look at just pure price action here. All right, so you can see we've basically had right now so far, retracement back down to 44, right? Now, how can we find out whether or not this bull run is over, or is this just simply retracement? So if we look back at previous history of Bitcoin, right? If we go back all the way back to the last bull run, okay? We had about 6 retracements, okay, during the last bull run from 2016 all the way through the end of 2017. We had 6 major retracements, and the retracements measured in from anywhere from 23 all the way up to 40% retracement on each of the pullbacks that Bitcoin did. All right, so this bull run happened, or started, I should say, after the halving that happens every 4 years, right? So that was May 20th, May 25th of 2020 is when that happened. And so, of course, if we look back, you could see that here's the first push, here's the first pullback. We have the second push here with the second pullback. We have the third push with the third pullback. And this obviously would be the fourth push and the fourth pullback. Okay, so if history is repeating itself, essentially, we should still have about 1 to 2 more pullbacks to go. Okay, so just with that idea in mind, okay, that the bull run is not over yet. And I think you have to really think about the fact that a lot of institutions are now getting into Bitcoin, right? So you got to ask yourself, like, why would they buy at Bitcoin at 50,000 for it to just be on a bearish market for, the rest of the year or whatnot? So it just doesn't make any sense. Right? So we have to look at what tools could we use essentially to help us figure out whether or not this retracement is over. So first thing we have price action, right? So price action, simple price action. So what do we have so far here on the daily? All right. So what I look for on the daily is, if we look at this area here, which is, I believe, 44,500. Is the area. That area seems to be holding right now. Okay. Now, if that area doesn't hold, then you have your next area here, which is the last top. And that's about right at 40, actually. Okay. Now, another tool that we can use is we can go ahead and let me put in these times here so we know exactly what we're looking at here. So 44 and 40. Now, if we go ahead and we actually take a fib retracement tool and we just fib it just to see what we get out of it, you can see that the 50 retracement is literally matching right at 44. So you can see where the 50% retracement is right at 44, 43, and then the golden 618 is literally right at 40, like on the dot almost, right at 40. So for this bull run to be over, I say we would need to pass and retrace all the way back past 40, like more, 35, 30. And I can't see that happening. Okay. I could definitely see it retracing back to 40, which would be 618 retracement. And that would make sense, but I just can't see it going any further than that. And granted, I may be wrong, but that's just what the technicals tell me, that I've been seeing here for the past couple of days. So you can see 44 got spiked. It's got spiked twice now. Okay, so very interesting to see after this week, when we start March, what is March going to look like? Because if we go up in time frame to the weekly, you could see that this entire week has been brutal. Complete retracement week, right? So we're going to have to see how this pans out for the end of this week. So this weekend, tomorrow, Sunday, and then going into March as well. Now, right now, it looks like we have very bullish movement, as you can see from the daily and also the 12-hour chart here. So candle still has well over 4 hours to go. So we'll just have to see. Now, an interesting thing is that if this 44 level holds, where could it possibly go, right? So we can use another fib tool, which is the extension, and it'll kind of hopefully give us some idea as to where price could go. So from the extension tool, you can see from just the last run, the targets are basically 66, about 70, and 77 would be the next targets before another pullback. Okay, so if that's true, it's a pretty nice little run, and that would be the 5th run, right? And then we would have another pullback again. That next pullback would basically, let's say if this level holds here, the next pullback, if we do, let's say, another retracement from 44, and let's just say it goes up to right at 70. Let's say it goes to this 414 area. You can see the retracement, 50% retracement would come right to the top, which was 57,600, and then 618 would be around 54, right? So essentially you could see if this 44 level holds, where the next, price actions could go, and then most importantly, the retracement that could happen as well. So, obviously, as we get more data every day, we'll be able to predict a lot better what's going to happen with Bitcoin. All right. Now, another chart that I want to look at is a very interesting altcoin that has been literally moving while this entire week Bitcoin, Ethereum has been negative. This one actually has been positive, and that's essentially Cardano. But if we go back, let's look at the real chart here, where it doesn't have that huge pullback. So you can see pretty much that we've been in an uptrend. And let me tell you, this Cardano is very bullish. It's reaching highs right now that it's never reached before. Okay, so we're in uncharted territory essentially. I think this is going to be a very bullish, and it has very huge potential, because if you don't know what Cardano is, I would encourage you to read the white paper on this. So what I mean by white papers is, if you're new to crypto, the white paper is basically, it details what Cardano is and what it does. And so if you read it, it's very, very promising technology, and it's going to definitely change our future for sure on how smart contracts interact with the blockchain. Very bullish on Cardano. Obviously, if you're trying to, buy this and hold, I would probably wait for a retracement, because you're buying it very high. Okay, this isn't going to go up obviously forever. It's going to have pullbacks just like Bitcoin and Ethereum and everything else. So wait for the pullback, and then you can get in on this one to hold. But this is definitely going to be, imagine this, right? From the things that I'm reading on the white paper of Cardano, I kind of see Cardano, Polkadot, and Ethereum are the three basically major competitors to each other, right? So I look at Ethereum like a PlayStation 3, right? I look at Cardano as like a PlayStation 5. And then Polkadot is like basically a PlayStation 4 Pro with backwards compatibility to all of the other PlayStation games. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the analogy that I can use to describe these three tokens. So you can kind of get an idea as to why Cardano is being pushed so high right now, is because everybody wants to be in that PlayStation 5, right? Now Ethereum is supposed to be getting an upgrade to Ethereum 2.0, and that is supposed to fix a lot of the problems that Ethereum has right now. So hopefully that goes through, and hopefully that doesn't have any kind of hiccups or run-ins or anything like that. But I think ultimately that all three, Cardano, Polkadot, and Ethereum, are all going to be in the space, and they're all going to have their very unique niche and features for each one. I think you have to think about the fact that right now Ethereum has the upper hand because they have the users and the developers already. They've been established. Whereas Cardano and Polkadot are trying to do that right now. So Ethereum already has momentum, but Cardano and Polkadot definitely have some awesome technology that Ethereum does not currently have until Ethereum 2.0 comes out. Those are my thoughts on Cardano. Polkadot, same thing. So yeah, we'll see what the market brings. And if you like these type of videos, please let me know. Drop a like and a comment. Let me know. We're starting a YouTube channel. I'll have the link probably in the next video. I want to make sure everything is up and running so we can be ready to start putting out daily videos on that other channel. And it'll be news, reviews on things, and just my thoughts on different cryptocurrencies. All right, guys, thank you so much. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good one.